movement one, we've got the arms coming up, striking at the back of the knuckles here, pulling forward, which we're saying we're bringing the groin in. We then bring the knee straight in as we cover the head, cover the arm and move straight through there. Turn the arm down and we go for a groin grab. Because I've got hold of this arm, Mike can't get that one, so he goes and grabs it. Again, I'm stepping across, the arm's coming through and taking it down to there. That would seem to fit quite nicely, I would suggest. You know what I mean? That one so the arm's coming in from there. So we were doing a lot of stuff from the clinch from the first one, you see. So I just wondered about the kind of variations on themes. So the idea, okay, we've clinched and we did all this stuff earlier today. Well, what else can you do? Well, one of the things you can do is these points behind his ears are accessible to you if he's clinching quite close. So you take your knuckles, the edges of the knuckles, and drive them into here, just on the back of the ear. Right, so you pull in against it, so you're driving the facial nerve against the back of the jawbone. If you've never had this done to you, you're in for a treat. Because it's a lot of, so from there again, you've got this kind of motion here. And it's super painful. You know, so you drag it on there and pull it in. I mean, obviously, if the guys, you know, a bit of drink and whatever else, you know, pump full of adrenaline, you want it quite coming forward. Then we had stepping through, arms come up, knee comes up, arms assume this position. So if we're looking at it forwards, again, just one of the thoughts is we've got this bit here. So we've got him bringing him forwards, bringing him in, right? Bringing the arm. So what else? If you think about bringing his head forwards, one of the dangers is that he then decides to bring his head right the way forwards and butt you. So this idea seems logical to me. The other thing is when you press on the jaws there, he tends to bring his pelvis forwards. It's like, so here's my groin, please knee it. You know what I mean? So again, if you imagine the fight, if he's got some kind of clinch, I maybe can't get the groin from there. If I go from here as I do it, this brings him in and forward. Yeah? So from there, I'm going to pull the head, bring the knee into the groin, bring the forearm on from there, and straight across on the side of his jaw with that part of the forearm, you see. So that was kind of, you know, so it's like, you know, so if we're clinching here, there may not be, knees to the bodies are alright, but if he's well conditioned or very fat, either one of the two, the knee will have no effect. Right, so one thing we can do, it would seem to me, the kind of seems to be suggesting, is we can bring this up, which will bring his groin for us, we can drive the knee to the groin, and from there we can drop through to here. Does that kind of make sense? Yeah. Yeah, totally. Very good.
I'm glad you said yes.
The knee comes up, the arms go through, we've got the strike, next motion from there, the hand goes down and then kind of moves across this way. So I was thinking about that one, and I was thinking of all these different, you know, sweeping applications, gripping and locking applications, and I thought, it's maybe just what it looks like. So, and again, if you think of the other version of the form, so we've got you know, say the grip from here, we bring the knuckles in from there to bring the groin forwards. So again, as he lifts him up his toes, we strike into the groin from there, we move through. Right? Then the hand kind of drops down. You know, so I just wondered if that was the kind of just move around. So one of the techniques where you would need that pin is, I was thinking if Mike's grabbed fairly high up on my arm, and I was to pin this hand from there, if I get this, and then the camera again it's fairly low there, you get that movement there to take him down, you see. So I wonder if, when I'd originally, you know, just looked at the picture, I thought it could stop with the groin grab and saying, if he counters it, this might be your option to follow on, you see. So if we do that full sequence again, so we've got the idea of strike round to bring the groin forwards. It looks like we're getting the groin attacking Kata, you know what I mean? Right, so stepping across, cover your own head as you put the knee in, straight through to here. Reach down from there and grab, right? I've got this arm pinned in, so if he pulls that other arm out, it seizes my own arm there to stop it. I can then pin his hand, drive the arm over the top as I step down, and take it down to here, which would fit the form. So maybe something to play with there. It's, you know, just kind of just run with the thought. If we're always asking why, right? So we've got this idea of coming over and taking down here, which again would seem to fit, you know, quite nicely what we're kind of doing. Well, why is this arm grabbing the groin? Why would that arm be doing it? And just again, as a thought. So if we've got this going from here as the first one, we're covering the head from there as we go with the knee strike, I'm dropping in and I'm striking here. Right, if I decide that I'm going to go low from there, this arm here, I've still got hold on. So my actual hand is on this arm, that arm is just underneath my forearm. So if I go for that low attack from there, if Mike stops it, it will be with that arm, because this one's the ones I've got gripped, you know what I mean, I've got hold of that. So as you go, so grip it from there, again, the second option could be, again, pin this arm there, I'll just turn on this way so you can see it better. Pin this arm there, circle across as we do, and then from there drop down and take that down to here. And then from there I can just beat him up. So the reason you have a cross arm grip is the fact that when you do your strike, you've got this one, you've got control of it. So if I go low and Mike tries to grab it with this one, you can't, I've got hold of it. You know what I mean? So what you do is, if I straighten the groin, there's got to do that one, so go there, down to here and through. Maybe. You know what I mean? It would certainly explain why that grip would lead into that. It would explain why the arm comes down there and why this grip has been regarded as so key. Because if I haven't got that grip there, you know, I'm going to lose it. You know what I mean? So you need, this hand must be right into here, you must have that pin. Would make sense, I think. As it comes to me, I'll share it. So we looked at, you know, kind of this bit, kind of moving through, come to here, and then we're stepping across, and we've got something along those kind of lines. Arm there, so we're saying about the grip comes in. First movement as the arms cross is open the back of the jaw to bring the groin forward. Right? And again, we can cover the head and stop the knee coming in, then we're straight through the hip. Then we were saying about going down and attacking the groin from there, and again, Mike can't get down with this arm because I've got it. If he grabs on the other arm from there, you see where he's grabbed it on this one, he's grabbed fairly high on the arm. Right? So if he grabs high on the arm from there, I'm going to pin the arm, step and roll it all the way, bring him down and finish him off however I want. If he grabs the wrist, right, so if I go for the groin, same thing, I go for the groin straight there and he grabs the wrist, that technique wouldn't apply. But if you think about it, that one would, which is from the previous kata. You know, when we kind of move across. So again, just, you know, just theorising, you've got Shodan saying this is what you would do if someone grabs the wrist. And then Sensei, but if he grabs up here, that technique's, you know, it's all cack-handed, you know, it doesn't work anymore. Oh yeah, if he grabs higher, then we'll do that level in Nidan. So you've got an alternate. So that kind of makes sense. So if when you're there, if you do the groin grab from here and he grabs it for high, then that would be the appropriate technique. If he grabs low on my wrist, you say, well, I already know that one from the first count. Bang. That was great control, that height, wasn't it? It was late in the day, and I got tired and achy as well. But you know, so you've got the arm set, and then you've got to step across the knee coming up. So if he grabs the wrist, you would already have learnt that one from the first form. And as we talked about, when I'm looking at any forms, I always try and look for that progression. So if that is it, I would suggest that progression's there. What if he grabs me here instead of here? You know what I mean? Well, okay, then in that case you would do this. You know, that would be the option, and that would be the second level up. It kind of makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well maybe on some. Do you mind walking through it, Kim? Why me and Mike try and do it together? So hopefully this will work, right? So we've got Mike's got the clinch. Movement one. We've got the arms coming up, striking at the back of the knuckles here, pulling forward, which we're saying we're bringing the groin in. We then bring the knee straight in as we cover the head, cover the arm, and move straight through there. Turn the arm down and we go for a groin grab. Because I've got hold of this arm, Mike can't get that one, so he goes and grabs it. Again, I'm stepping across, the arm's coming through and taking him down to there. That would seem to fit quite nicely, I would suggest. You know what I mean? That one,